Is this working? Oh wow. I think we're live. I think this is okay, perfect. Yo, what an insane week it has been for your boy. A lot of ups and downs. A lot of I just want to start talking just because I can. I've been and the reason why I'm saying this is just because you understand why I'm filming this. I've been just by myself for the longest time, when a couple month or two now. Well, I'm doing just fine. Well, mostly just fine. It's just life has been moving so fast, and the only person I can talk with my thoughts is just myself, I guess. And since I've just haven't been in contact with anyone except for my family here and there, but they have got their own crap to deal with, it's just been crazy. So I just wanted to hop on a live stream and just talk. It's just I do better talking and just getting out everything that I'm thinking when there's a camera in front of me. I don't know why. I think it's just because it gives me a reason, and if I didn't, then I wouldn't do it. So most of the time, I don't think anyone watches these, and that's why it's going to be. This is why this great thing about having a second channel is I can just throw this up and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? So, oh my gosh, this week has been crazy. Do we start? What happened Monday? I just want to go through this entire week. It was literally one of the craziest weeks of my life, I think. Just so many ups and downs. Ended up with a bunch of ups. Like today was a very good day. I'm very tired. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's definitely been up. Dude, I honestly can't remember what happened on Monday. And I think Monday was the day that. Was Monday the day that I got. What was that? Was Monday the day at Walmart? Was it only Monday? Was that Monday? Monday I was gonna film, yeah. Yeah, I think Monday was the day I got stranded at Walmart. What a great way to start this off. It's like viewer retention. You start with one of the better stories. So, um, was that actually Monday? The reason why it's shocking is there's so many things that happened. I can't believe it's only been Monday. And also my memory's really bad because of things have been going on. That, hello wannabe, what's up? That I'm trying to think. I think it was Monday. That was the day I got stranded at Walmart. We're gonna say it's Monday for now. I think that was Monday. Um, but yeah, I almost got stranded at Walmart. So basically, I wanted to go get my own groceries. Okay, so I wanted to get my groceries, and I wanted to save money because I'm trying to get better at spending. I learned the thing is rent is expensive. I learned that. That was fun. Rent and utilities are they really pile up very quickly. So I gotta get better at saving money. But regardless, I was like, let me just hop on my bike, go to a Walmart. There's this beautiful bike trail. It's so beautiful. I've been going down it because it's I have nothing else to do because I'm by myself. So I might as well just go down a bike trail. It's super nice. I'll stop and get a burger sometime. But basically, can you hear me by the way? As a mic, what mic is this using? Let's see. Default. We're gonna make you be my MacBook. Just to confirm. Okay, I think it's MacBook anyway. Regardless. So, I was like, let me go save some money and go to. I can't believe this is Monday. It's genuine shock. I'm sorry. It was the last time I said that. Let me go to Walmart and get my groceries. And so I'm going down. It's an hour and a half away on bike. I wanted just to spend some time just enjoying the time, enjoying my day. It's going to be a whole 3 hours. It doesn't take me long to shop, so I figured the whole thing would take me about 3 hours 45 minutes. Not too crazy. And then my bike's even faster, so it was going to go down to probably just 3 hours and 15. And, my bike is pretty fast, so went on my electric bike, right? And I'm going down, and everything's going great. It's going great. Beautiful trail. Went past. I realized the trail extends after you go down a couple roads. That was nice. And so I went down the trail. What was messaging me? Sorry. Anyway, I went down the trail and I'm like 5 minutes away from the Walmart. I finally got off the trail and I'm like 5 minutes away from the Walmart. It's just off the trail. So I'm now on the sidewalk. I'm going down the sidewalk and there's this big bump. I'm not even kidding. Like probably that big in the sidewalk. Huge bump. And it's too late. I'm going down fast. I'm like, you know when you have like the ends in sight, you can see the Walmart like around the corner. You're like, I'm just going to truck it there. And I saw the bump and it was too late. And my mom's like, why didn't you, I told her the story. They think the story's hilarious, which is valid. You'll soon see why. She's like, why didn't you veer off into the grass? Well, one side was like pure like woods. Like I couldn't just turn there. Like I was actively ducking between like branches. And the other side was like a very busy intersection. If I swerved into the grass, I would have just got hit by a car. So I had to take it. I had to take it like a man. And because if I also slowed down to stop, my front wheel would have definitely still hit it, and then I would have face planted. So I'm like, the only way is if I have enough speed. I think I can get over it, but it's going to probably hurt my bike. All this was in like a split second decision. It wasn't like I was just like thinking about this, but it was like literally my thoughts in my head. I'm like, I have to take it. So I took it, and the front wheel got over it fine, but the back wheel, the rim's bent. And so then that was my way home. That was. I brought a backpack with me to carry my groceries, and I was just gonna go that way. So you might think, oh, that's not big, terrible. But I was like chilling. I was like, you know what? It popped. It's fine. But because I remembered when I looked at the Walmart that there was this this bike shop right around the corner, like attached to the building. I'm like, this is perfect. I'll just go to the bike shop. So I pushed my bike like 5 minute bike ride, so like 15, 20 minutes in the hot sun. Very hot day. It's been very hot in Ohio. It's been hot everywhere, but I pushed the bike there, and yeah, the shop is closed at 6 o'clock. Like the shop closed at 6. I got there at 6:45. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So I go back. There's a park behind the Walmart. I researched everything around the area, even like where I can chain my bike up, because I don't want to get there and just like look around. So I knew that there was a park behind the Walmart just across the street, where I could chain my bike up. So I chained my bike up there, go to the Walmart, and I'm like, maybe I can repair it. Maybe there's a hole in the tire, not the rim. It was the rim. But anyway, I grab all my groceries, and I've been eating a lot of salads, because they're inexpensive and they're healthy, and I can put stuff on it. I got like shrimp. I don't know why I got shrimp. That was an interesting choice. But I got like cooked steak. That was a good choice. Like cooked steak bits. I can just toss that on my salad. I don't even think they're made for that. I think they're made to like throw in a meal. I'll just toss them on my salad, cold. Like judge me all you want. It's steak. And I got some ham too. So did that. I also got a bike pump and bike tape to fix my bike up. See if I could fix it. Optimism. And so I go and I go back with all my groceries. My backpack is full, and I have 2 extra bags of salad, because it couldn't fit in my backpack. Go back behind and see if I could fix my bike. Doesn't work. The rim is shot. I'm like, okay, that's fine. There has to be another way to get home. So I'm like, I look. You got me hungry? Yeah, no, it was, my salads are good. They're good. And they're inexpensive. Like, I love salad. That being said, I go and I come. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I look on my phone to see like, is there any way I can get home, because I don't want to be stranded. So I saw that there's buses. I'm like, oh great. I rode buses before, and they had a whole designated bike thing on the front of the bus, like on the outside of the front of the bus. You just put your bike on. I'm like, this is perfect. I'm getting home. There's a one bus that takes me all the way and drops me like right around the corner from my house. So it's been like a 2-minute walk, tops. Straight bus there. It was perfect. There was no other buses coming after that anytime soon. I was like, this is great. So the bus, the bus said it was like 10-minute walk, and the bus was coming in 20 minutes. Thing is, I'm carrying a full backpack full of food, 2 extra bags, and pushing my bike in the 90-degree sun. I'm like, I need to go now, because if not, I'm not going to make it. I get there, tough walk, but I get there, the bus pulls up right past me, and I see the bus, and I'm like, oh, wait. I get up to the door. The door's still open. The man closes the door on my face. I'm like, nah. I'm like, stop. Basically, about to hop in front of this bus. I'm like, you're not doing this to me. It turns out it was a nice gentleman. He was actually trying to save me from even more heartbreak. But what happened was he opens the doors up. He says, "Hey, mate, we can't take electric bikes on the bus." I'm like, what? And he's like, we can only take this bus line only takes regular bikes. What? He's like, I even said that, like, what? And he's like, yeah. He said, I'm telling you, does not matter what bus comes after me, there will not be a single person who will take electric bike on this bus. I'm like, it's on the outside of the bus. It's like, it's not like it's a bomb. And he's like, I didn't say that, but that's what I'm thinking. And he's like, no. So, I'm like, fine, whatever. He was a super nice guy. He was actually a nice gentleman. We had a nice interaction. But he closed the door. He's about to go on his way. So I'm like, I'm going to be stranded here. I'm not going to have a way home. So, basically, I'm worrying. Like, I'm starting to, like, not exactly freak out, but, like, I'm, like, thinking, like, how am I going to get home now? Well, there's Ubers. There's, like, ride shares. But most of them can't just fit a bike in there. So that's why that wasn't my first thing of, like, let me just go get an Uber real quick. So, I got an extra XL Uber, basically, which means a big Uber. And I'm like, the Reddit, because I was just checking my phone for anything that could help me. Reddit said, what you need to do is order an XL Uber, call them before they get there and say, hey, can you take a bike? If not, they'll cancel the ride. I'll go to the next person. You call them and you just keep calling until you finally get somebody. I'm desperate at this point. I'm like, fine. That's what I'm going to do. So, I'm calling and trying to call this guy after I ordered the Uber. And it said he's 3 minutes away. Now, I actually use Lyft. Uber, Lyft, doesn't matter. Same thing. The Lyft has it where you have to, if you want to call your Uber or your Lyft, you have to put in your phone number. Like, it'll say, hello, to confirm that this is you have to put in your phone number. So I'm like, okay, fine. Put my phone number. It says, not the right phone number. I have 2 phone numbers. One phone number is only for my family. It's actually my Apple phone number. The other phone number is for everybody else. So if you ever see the reason why I have green text messages, even though I have an Apple phone, that's the reason why. The only reason that way they have 2 different types of notifications. I want my families to trigger my attention first because I don't know how to explain it, but the vibrations are different. That sounds really weird and it sounds off, but basically the vibrations on the phone are different, and I only want my personal family having my phone number because I have crazy family. Anyway, that being other outside family, crazy outside family. Let me make that clear. Good inside family, crazy outside family. Back to topic. So I'm chugging along, and man, my memory is really. The reason why I'm thinking is because I'm trying to already think of like what's gonna happen Tuesday, and my memory's shot, dude. But this week had so much stuff happen in it. This is probably a couple hours long, so I don't know why you would watch this whole thing. That being said, I'm trying to call and I put in my other phone number, and that doesn't work either. So I'm like, let me go into the Lyft app. Lyft tells you what number is connected to your account. I'm like, let me just check that and put that in. It was the first number I did, so Lyft was just bugging. I don't know. It's so annoying. So the guy shows up, and I'm like, it's too late. Like, he already showed up before I could call him. And I'm like, hey. And he spoke very little English. Like, he spoke English, but it was like broken English. So, which still, anyone who can speak English in another language, super impressive. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to communicate, hey, I need to get my bike in here. If you cannot take my bike, I will be stranded out here. Like, I'm like, please, please let me take my bike. And he's like, I don't know. Like, I've never taken a bike before. From what I can understand what he's trying to say. And I'm like, please, listen, I will do anything. Like, I'll give you a tip. Just please get me home. The bike ends up fitting perfectly, like barely just fitting in the back of his car. Because, again, I can't just leave my bike out in the middle of an hour and a half away. So I finally get in. I finally get home. I'm super exhausted at this point because I toted this bike and multiple groceries around for at least an hour. I finally get home, lock the door. Everything was pretty sunny. Immediately when I get inside, it starts like thunderstorm, like torrential downpour. So thank God, thank the Lord Jesus Christ that He did not keep me out there any longer because I would have been soaked. And then I don't know what would have happened. I'm so thankful that I brought the one thing that I did do a really good job was I was like I decided I'm like I probably should take my battery pack. I'm like why not? I'm like I probably could have made it. I was like I'm just gonna take it just in case. Thank God I did that because if not I would have been stranded there. I don't know how I would have gotten home. So thank God I had my phone thing. So that happened on Monday. I get home. Meanwhile, this whole week I'm trying to film for my big series. I just finished filming today actually. I'll get to that. I'm going through every single day this week because this week has literally been insane. Um, Tuesday, I think was just a regular. Yeah, Tuesday was a regular day, except I've been dealing with this whole week, except for recently, extreme. How do I explain it? So, quick backstory. I got sick a couple years ago, a year or two ago, and it triggered me in a way that it's like unlocked a fear of mine. Basically, I got really sick. I was with COVID, and I started throwing up. I'm trying not to be too graphic, but it basically made my head feel loopy, and made me start shaking uncontrollably. I basically felt like I wasn't in control of my head. It felt like this is how I explain it because I don't know better else to explain it. Say that you are in your own body right now. Imagine if your thought process was like up here watching down on you. I don't know how to explain it. That's how best way I can explain how it feels. I feel like I'm going crazy. But anyway, that being said, I this whole week it's that's why I don't smoke. I mean, I don't smoke cuz I'm trying to honor God, but I haven't smoked. I only used to drink. I stopped drinking at all. I used to drink just one alcoholic beverage every like 2-3 weeks. I stopped drinking in case that was the case. Maybe I had like the worst tolerance, which I don't. I'm fine. I can hold my alcohol. I can hold one thing of alcohol, but I'm just that paranoid at this point. So I barely get zero sleep because what happens this week is that my head's been feeling like that, and I wake up barely being able to breathe and start shaking uncontrollably. Again, I'm not taking any drugs. I am just living my life. Um, Now, there's multiple reasons why this could happen. One, I think I've developed some bad habits in overworking myself in the past, where I just wouldn't eat and I wouldn't sleep until like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning consistently because I was doing 2 jobs, school and uploading a short every day. And I've learned that might have given me some serious health issues, in terms of deficiencies, but are just bad habits that lead to deficiencies. Anyway, um, I'm not gonna try to bore you with that stuff, but basically, I barely got zero sleep, and then the next day on Wednesday, going into work, I felt like just loopy the whole time. So I'm like, what is going on? So on Wednesday, like I said, Wednesday, that was Tuesday. I think I got some filming done. For my series. I can't remember what days I filmed. Like my memory's that bad because this week has been insane. Wednesday, I go through my day, barely make it. I think and oh, I do actually film a big segment. So what happens is I'm feeling loopy on Wednesday. I get home, I'm like, all I want to do is go to sleep. But I'm feeling like this voice, which is God. I genuinely think it's God. He's like, just go and film your section. I swear to you, it's gonna be worth it. So I go out to Target. I don't want to give too much spoilers, but basically what I'm filming this week is leading up to what I did today. Is like training in a way. So I go to Target to film there in a way, and I get what I need to do, get the supplies I need for today, and which is like paint to sign. Actually, I'll show you guys the sign. This is a little clue of what I've done for the series. That's all you get. This view. Anyway, so I I go and do that. I get my supplies for that, and I get a couple more groceries and film in Target, and I feel great because I feel like I have to accomplish something every single day, or I just like don't feel satisfied. Genuinely will keep me up at night thinking I didn't get anything done today. Um, it's so annoying. I think I don't know why I've developed that. Um, I don't know if it's a bad thing. I don't know if it's a good thing, but I feel like I have to accomplish one of my goals every single day. Um, so it always puts me in a state of like nervousness. But anyway, especially since I'm living on my own, I feel like if I don't do it, then I'm just watching the place like deteriorate around me, and I think that's like I thought anyone in my family, because you discover stuff when you're by yourself. Like, I figure anyone in my family who's like that would not affect it would be me, but it's like I can basically see where my mom is coming from. Anyway, when she sees things deteriorating around her when she's sick, but anyway, I finally get home. I'm happy that I do something. I'm still not feeling great. I go to bed. I wake up in the middle of the night again, and I'm shaking like violently. Like, woke up, thought I was about to pass out. I'm shaking super violently, and I'm like, I can't keep doing this. Like, this is like the third night in a row or something, and I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I called my dad. I'm like, I have to. I'm going to the ER. Like, I can't keep pushing myself like this. Like, I don't know what is causing this. I need to go to the ER, even if it's just anxiety at this point, because I'm just wake up in the middle of the night, barely being able to breathe, and my head feeling loopy. So I go to the ER. I get taken Uber. I'm feeling like crap. Um, Turns out nothing serious. It's a mix of um, a potassium deficiency, like a big potassium deficiency for some reason. I thought it was way less. Turns out like because I had a hunch. My mom had a hunch it was potassium because I call her. She's great with medicine and stuff like that. She had a hunch it was potassium. She was right, but the amount dosage I was taking, like I ordered pills off of Amazon. The dosage I was taking was like 1/10 of the amount I needed to take. Like it was like way less, and magnesium. So I had both those were deficient, which magnesium wakes you up in the middle of the night, and potassium basically I think if you have a deficiency it makes you shake. I can't remember. The mix of those two mixed with severe anxiety, from the it's I don't like using the word trauma because that's not like but I don't know what other word to use because trauma makes it seem dramatic, and I think trauma is best derived when someone has done something traumatic to you. That's what I think. But whatever happened when I was sick a couple years ago, like if you know me personally, I feel like I've talked to a couple of you guys. If you know me personally, that's like my greatest fear, like not being able to be in control of my own head. If I go insane due to dementia, that is the cruelest way God can take me out. But anyway, I go to the ER. They finally take me back. I'm still shaking a bit. They give me pills that I need, right? And I read the prescription amount because I wanted to compare how much I was taking compared to what I needed. Like I was like, because if it's a potassium deficiency, and I'm already taking potassium, I'm like then maybe it's something else. Maybe they got it wrong. But then I realized the potassium dosage I needed to be taking was like I need to take it twice a day. The pill was 10 times more than what I was taking, and then I needed to take it twice a day. So it was quite a big change. So I get they gave me that. They gave me anxiety medicine. I was in bed for there. I called off work because it was in the middle of the night. And nobody was going to work, and so I finally get home. I'm exhausted. Like I genuinely have not slept in like 3 days. Like maybe a total of like 6 hours because okay, maybe that's a little less. Maybe a total of like 8 to 10 hours over the course of 3 days, while working with an internship, while trying to make sure that the content I'm making is really good, because I really care about that. And these 2 weeks I have off of school, so I'm this week and next week, and I'm really trying to get everything crammed into these 2 weeks, so that way I can start working on other things and working on my school. So that happened, and I finally get back. I take my pills in the morning on Thursday, and throughout this week, I want to say, I, until like right now, I'm a little bit tired. I probably should go to bed soon. What time is it? 9:52. I just want to talk to somebody. I think, which is this, just to get this out of my head, so that way I don't think about this all night. Because this week has been sad. I need to process all of it because it's been going so fast. But I've basically been feeling kind of loopy and a little bit. The more I take the pills, the more I eat consistently because I wasn't really eating that well. like consistently. I was eating, but it was like one meal here, a big meal here, yada yada yada. But anyway, I what was I talking about? Oh my gosh, my brain. But basically, um, I've been doing this for 25 minutes. I have to have ADHD. This is crazy. Um, uh, uh, um, I wish I could have somebody here who would remind me what I was just talking about. Oh yeah, Thursday. Um, so like I said, I've been feeling kind of loopy all the way up till now. I feel pretty decent. My head has a little bit of a headache, but I feel like I'm in my head right now, which is feels so good after not having it for a week. But anyway, I finally go to sleep for a couple hours, not too long, and I'm feeling the best I've ever felt, which was still super crappy, and not fully there, but definitely more there than what I felt this entire time, this entire week. So I basically said I'm not filming today. I was supposed to do the big thing in public yesterday and take today off. I took Thursday off and did the big thing today. Glad I did that because I'm feeling great today and I was able to do this fully in my right mind. But anyway, and Saturday, I was feeling the best I've ever felt, which hopefully means that Monday I'll feel even better if I keep this keeps going on this trajectory. But basically, I keep saying but basically. But anyway, there's something different. I'm like, I need to go out. I'm getting stir crazy because I'm going to work. I'm coming home, and at work has been great. Like, well, people that I work with, a lot of times it's just me at my desk. So I'm at my desk, and then um, I'll talk to like a total of like 4 to 5 people. Come home, be by myself for the rest of the night. Go, maybe have like one or two phone calls, a phone call with somebody. That the phone call's been my excitement with like human interaction. Um, so, uh, so I'm like, I need to go out and do something. I'm like, but I want to be productive and I want it to not be too expensive. So I'm like, you know what? There's a movie. There's this theater that has is called a Screen X theater. It basically is a screen and then two screens on the side as well, so it like wraps around you. I've always wanted to do that, but I could not convince one of my family members to go. And they were selling tickets for $8. I think I saw the Bad Guys 2 movie on premiere day, I guess. Did I have any desire to see that movie? No. Was the first one good? Yeah. Was this the second one good? Yeah. But it's like a PG movie. I wanted something that would at least would make me laugh and not anything like serious because I was thinking of possibly seeing the Fantastic Four movie, but my brother wants to see that with me, and he's coming to visit me for my birthday in a couple weeks. So I'm like, great, I would love to watch the movie with you. Let's save that for later. I'm like, I need any other movie that will just make me laugh and be in the Screen X because I want to see that. They were selling these tickets for $8. I was super happy. I'm like, Screen X premiere of this movie. I'm like, let's do it. I have the off day. I just need to do something slow, and there's a grocery store right there because I need to grab a couple. I need to grab more potatoes because I've been eating a lot of potatoes because they are high in potassium. And so I'm like, let me grab a couple potatoes, some more sour cream because I went through my bag because I've been eating a lot of potatoes, Chipotle. My food diet now is potatoes, salad with protein on it, and Chipotle with protein on it. That's been my food diet, and I rewarded myself today with some burgers because what I did today was the big thing I've been trying to say. I'm probably gonna tell you guys anyway, just because I want to go through just the whole week. Um, anyway. So I'm like, there's a bus that takes me straight to the movie theater. Let me hop on the bus. So I get there. I have a knack for just getting there when the bus is like about to pull ahead of me, but they see that I want to get onto the bus, and so they stop. So I get on the bus, right? Like it pulls up. I'm like, wait, and I hop on just in time. I don't know what my time is. It must be God's time. Anyway, um, so I get on the bus, right? And then all of a sudden, everyone's getting off the bus. I'm like, what's happening? And she's like, the lady bus driver's like, are you trying to get to a certain place? I'm like, I've never rode this bus before. I'm like, I'm trying to get to this road. I'm like, can you? And she's like, oh, this bus now only goes to just the hospital. I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, your best bet is just to get off now. And so I'm like, okay. So I get off the bus. Now I'm in the middle of this random hospital. I think it was actually an ER. And I was like, this is funny because I wasn't the same ER, but it was one of the options I could have done. And I'm like, this is funny because I could have went to this one. Um, So I'm just at the ER now, chilling. I'm like, okay, I need to get back. I'm like looking for any bus routes. The bus was not gonna get me in time for my movie. So I'm like, let me take an Uber. I'm like, it sucks because I could have taken Uber straight there, but oh well. I get an Uber. I try not to interact with the Uber drivers too much because people in Columbus drive very crazy, and I don't like watching people drive. I actually don't like driving. I don't have my license. One of the reasons is because I just have not found the time. Another one of the reasons is because I would rather ride bikes and not be driving. Um, just because I don't know why that makes me nervous. I feel like I'll get over it once I start like seriously trying to take it serious. I just never had the urge to, and I really need to because it's like I'm almost 22, and haven't had my license. Now that doesn't mean I'm not a good member in society. I get around fine. I use my electric bike, or I walk, or I take buses. I love public transport. I ride public transport. Back in Cleveland, I would take the rapid station. I just I don't know. I don't want to drive. Basically, I think the highway makes me nervous. Um, the thought that I'm in control of possibly getting people in a car crash or myself in a car crash, I would much rather me be in the back of a car, even if it's an Uber driver, and them get in a car crash and I'm just there. Like then I can die knowing that I didn't do it. So, um, I'm gonna get over that fear. That's not really a fear. That's more of just like the one of the reasons why I just haven't pursued it seriously. I was going to while I was here, but with everything that's been going on, there's just been no way. Especially since I've been like that loopiness feeling I've been talking about has been lasting for weeks. So it would finally get to the point where I was just like severely shaking because of it. It was like slowly coming on. And then it hit me hard one week during the beat bracket when I was editing that. And then I was good for like a week or two. My little brother came, was doing great. And then it hit me hard like for 2 weeks. But anyway, so back to the story. I get in an Uber, right, to take me to the movie theater. My head is down because I'm just listening to music. I take my AirPods everywhere I go, and I listen to music or whatever. I look up and I'm at my apartment. I look up and Lyft, the Lyft app is pissing me off, dude. Lyft, it's very possible I could have clicked the wrong address, but I was comparing the same address prices wise and route wise from Uber and Lyft. I choose whatever's cheaper, and typically Lyft and Uber are 50-50. Lyft is cheaper, and so I've had it happen before where I'll click one thing, it will reload itself, but it will reload with the wrong address. Like, because I switched back and forth from the apps, and I was trying to consider which one I wanted to do. Now, I'll just say it's my fault, but Lyft, there's a good chance it's your fault, and you took me to the wrong address. So now I'm going to be late. I'm already late for my movie because I need to drive back. And I'm like, I am seeing this movie. I've already had such a crappy couple of days. I need to go see this movie. I don't care if I'm 30 minutes late. So I go and pull up at the movie, and I'm like, it sucks that I'm like over 30 minutes late. I'm like, this movie's already going to be partially done. I get into the theater, black. There are a couple people on their phones in the dark scrolling. Nothing's playing at the movie. I'm like, I know I'm not early. Like, what's going on? I'm like, the movie can't be just 30 minutes long. It's over. I'm like, what is happening? Like, I'm like, at this point, I'm like, this is just crazy because I'm like, am I in heaven? Like, why is everything black? Like, I went into this dark, mysterious room. This movie theater was weird too, like very weird compared to other ones I've been to, and I'm like, what is going on? So all of a sudden, I just sit down in my seat, like I'm like praying, like please say that I'm in the right theater, and I just wasn't so freaking loopy that I went to the wrong theater. And so I sit down in my seat, and then an attendant comes in and we're like, sorry guys, we're so sorry. Should be only 5 more minute wait. The sides still have to load. And they're talking about the sides for the movie. I'm guessing because it's a premiere that the sides didn't load in. So the movie didn't even start yet. I'm basically doing backflips in my seat. I'm like, I'm gonna see the whole movie. Like, I'm praising God. I'm like, thank you so much. Because like I figured there might have been like 15 minutes worth of previews, and so I still would have done 15 minutes into the movie. But like that still sucks. you know. So I go out and get my concessions. By the time I'm back, the movie started. I'm like, oh, I'm like in awe. So I watched the whole movie. Great movie. Screen X, I don't recommend. For $8, still don't really recommend. Like $8 is a good price for a movie ticket. I think it's average. Makes me wonder how much the regular ticket prices would have cost. Maybe like $5, but that's really good for movie theater. I need to check out that movie theater more often. Maybe I'll go there just for movies. It was a decent movie theater, but it was just like odd. Like it was like still like a bigger movie theater, but it was just laid out like a movie was. And like a movie theater in a movie where like the concession stand was like a circle in the center of the room, and you can like go on each side of it. Like it was a circle. Like it was weird. It was really weird. But anyway, like I said, Screen X, I don't know if I would recommend. The movie was good. If you want to see something that'll make you laugh, Bad Guys 2 is a pretty good movie. But Screen X has it, like, the sides will only be there for, like, 50% of the movie. So, like, then it'll disappear, then the sides will be back. And the sides are just, like, blurry, and it doesn't really immerse you that much. Because it's cool. I thought it was cool because, like, you could tell the animators had to draw these extra parts, unless the AI generated it, but I don't think that was the case. They had to draw these extra parts because like this wouldn't have been there in the regular movie, so that was interesting to see. It was like still blurry, which is also didn't make it that interactive because it was like blurry from the rest of it. It's like a panorama, but like the signs are like a little blurry, and yeah, I don't know. It's like say if you could see everything in front of you, but the signs were just like slightly blurry, and then they would just disappear sometimes. Like, it was interesting. Like, if you want to go and do it for, like, a one-time thing, that's what I figured it was going to be. But, yeah, I did that. So, I need to get groceries. I'm trying to do anything I can to be healthy. So, I'm like, I'm going to walk. Like, I know I don't want to, but I'm going to walk. So, I walk. And, by the way, a lot of places in... Do I want to say the city I'm in? Yeah, frick it. A lot of places in Columbus just don't have sidewalks. Why? Like, I swear it's not... This is probably in Cleveland. I don't think this is probably in Cleveland. There would just be like you'll be walking and there's no sidewalks anywhere, and so you just have to like walk on the side of the road, and people just do it. People just walk on the side of the road like because they're used to it. But like there's no sidewalks. Like it's so weird. Anyway, there's just in the middle of the city too. It's just like or places you would think there'd be sidewalks. You'll just turn down this road, and it's just not a sidewalk. Or you turn down the road and it's like a brick road. Columbus is weird. I'm really loving the city, but it's weird. It's grown on me, but I think I love Cleveland more. Of course, Cleveland's my. I tap my stomach instead of my heart. That's so lame. But I love Cleveland the most. But anyway, so what time is it? So basically, I'm walking to Myers, like 20-minute walk. I finally get there. I ordered my groceries. Everything went well there. I actually got like 2 big bags of groceries for like $10. It was great. Because I found a bunch of things on clearance. Because now I'm trying to be more cognizant of money, even though I spent like $30 on food. But that was because I did something really great today. I'm really proud of. So anyway, I'm watching myself live on here. It's delayed, and so now it's going to have me just frozen. Anyway, so. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I want to take the bus because I already have my all-day bus ticket and I wanted to save money so that way I wasn't like paying for another Uber because that would have just been way too much. So there's this one bus. Again, it would take me all the way straight there. But if I don't hop on that bus, I did not see another bus that would take me to my place for the next two hours at least. So if I had to wait that long, I would have taken an Uber because also my phone was at 5%. Why would my phone was at 5%? Because the night before I woke up for the urgent care, I put my phone on the charger. Apple has that stupid thing, which I luckily turned off, where it won't charge your phone fully. I woke up in the middle of the night with my phone not being fully charged, go to the urgent care, came back, basically passed out. Then went to go see a movie. So my phone was at 5%. I'm like, I need to make a decision, bus or Uber. I try to go on the bus. I was barely going to make it if I did make it. Bus passes me. I didn't notice it passed me. But I go up to the bus stop, and there's like 6-7 police officers. I'm like, what's going on? And then the bus, and the police officer's like, hey, son, you want to ride the bus? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, is that okay? I'm looking at my bag of groceries, with my bananas and potatoes and sour cream and butter and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah. And he's like, get on. And so I'm like, okay. There's this like lady like crying, basically talking to the police officer, and then there's people on the back of the bus because I sit on the back of the bus because I'm not a front of the bus kind of guy. I sit on the back of the bus. They're like talking like, I from what I could make of it, from the little bit I could understand, I guess that this girl and this guy got in a fight. Could have been in a relationship, and then the police were called. Got in a fight about sitting places or hands being touched. Basically, the woman was making it sound like the guy did it, but she was the one that got kicked off the bus. And the guy was saying that the woman did it, and he was still riding the bus after we left, and she wasn't. So, I guess it was her fault. Context was, I'm not blaming it on anything. I'm just saying, she got left with the police, like the 5-6 police officers, and he kept riding the bus. I don't know whose fault it was. I'm not reading into the situation. I'm just saying what happened, and all I know is that people, when they were about to leave the bus, said you need to leave. There was this lady who said, "Hey, you deserve better. You need to leave her." So, from the context clues, it's not me assuming, it seemed like it could have been her fault, which is interesting because she was. When I first walked on there, I thought she was like got hit by him or something, but it turns out it could have been the other way around. But again, I just walked on. So my phone dies on the bus, basically. This is just so straight into that. My phone dies on the bus. Thankfully, I memorized my stop, and I ended up getting home. Thankfully, I didn't record anything. Friday, I worked from home. What did I do on Friday? Was Friday? Was Friday the day that I think, wasn't that yesterday? Friday was what did I record on Friday? It's day 4. Did I not record anything on Friday? No, I did. It would have been day 3. Day 3 was practicing. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of my series. Day 3. What did day 3 entail? I'm gonna look back at my stuff. Do I have this filmed? Oh yeah, day 3 was I don't know why I showed you my phone like it was good at improve. Day 3 was introducing that one part of the challenge. Okay, so didn't I go out too? What did I do on Friday? I went to work. I worked the whole day at home. I got off work and I started recording for my series. I started feeling the best I felt. What day was that? What day was Friday? The 1st? I think I went out to get some Chipotle. Yeah. I was working. I wasn't feeling great. I went out to get some Chipotle. And then I went out to get some Chipotle because I don't know if I can say that. I went out to get some Chipotle because I could. No specific reason. I come home. I filmed the bit that I needed to do for day 3 of filming, which I don't want to say that. But basically that went well. Friday wasn't actually that crazy. My memory is really bad because imagine just not already having good memory, but also just feeling like you've been going crazy a whole week. Oh, I know that on Thursday and Friday I slept on my couch while playing YouTube videos because I was so terrified to go to sleep. Genuinely terrified to go to sleep. Because I beforehand I had 2-3 days straight where I was waking up full blown shaking uncontrollably. And I'm talking violent shaking and barely being able to breathe. I've never experienced anything like it. So I think that was Friday. Yeah. What day did I give up Instagram? Was that Friday? And all my accounts. I don't know what day that was. I think that was yesterday. Anyway, yesterday I slept in. I can't even remember things that happened yesterday. That's like very concerning. Um, Yesterday I woke up on the couch. Didn't sleep great. I didn't sleep great at all this week. I think I'll sleep great tonight. I think this will be the first. If I sleep good tonight, it'll be the first day this entire week I've slept decent. And the reason why I think I'm doing it is because I'm actually feeling halfway decent here, and I actually feel tired and not nervous. So I'm actually looking forward to sleep. So I think yesterday, yeah, it was yesterday. Yesterday I woke up. I was just trying to vibe. I was watching some YouTube videos, waking up, knowing that I had to fully prepare what I was going to do today. Which today I went out in public to film, and I knew that yesterday I basically had no practice at all for the past weeks. I was basically just filming what I had to film, and then going to sleep or trying to deal with whatever I had to deal with, including going to the immersion care, and and so what I was supposed to do this week was film a lot and also turn off my camera and practice more for today. So that way I felt fully confident for today. It was wasn't able to get done. So I filmed exactly what I had to do and then was done. So basically, yesterday my apartment, not a mess for me though. My laundry was super behind. It's still a little bit behind. I still have to catch up on it. And I didn't have a single clean dish because I was basically just trying to get through. I think this will last 1 hour because I'm only 46 minutes in. I think I have like 15 minutes left in me. But actually maybe a little bit longer. We'll see. I don't know why I'm trying to time myself. But anyway, so I knew I had to practice basically all day yesterday. So I was about to do that, and I'm starting to go downhill again in terms of feeling shaky, my mind not being good, and oh my gosh, yesterday it saved me so much. So I'm like looking in the mirror in in my bathroom. I'm like, God, I can't keep doing this. Like this has been almost a week straight. Like I I don't cry very often, but like I'm like on the verge of tears. Like I cannot do this anymore. And I'm like I'm gonna take a shower and I'm like I need you to do something because I can't feel like I'm going insane. One of my greatest fears for a whole week straight. And I went to take a shower and I played on some worship music and I'm just break down. Like I just break down into tears. And I'm thinking back at all my mistakes that I've made and how just not that I wasn't thinking about not how not good of a Christian I was, but I was just thinking how many things that I have chosen to go my own route and just like ignore God basically. And I'm thinking of all my sins. I don't know if you know what, I'll go into my sins. Like I don't know, just treating myself terribly physically. Like I don't want to go to full details on a YouTube channel, but just like treating myself terribly because that made me feel good. I don't do cutting or anything like that, but just like stuff like that and other things that branched off of that I've been dealing with for years. And I'm like, God, and here's the thing that I think is very imperative to say. All of it stems from up here. Like all the sin that I was doing is all up here, right? And I'm like, God, I can't do this. Like I'm breaking down. Like I feel like this series is like the one thing that I felt very strongly I need to do, and I think God will work in it in some way. If it doesn't turn out, but I just felt like it was something I had to do. But anyway, let's go back to that topic. But I was like, God, if you want me to keep doing this, if you want me to follow you, I need clarity. I need mental clarity. Like I can't keep doing this, God. And I start just breaking down in tears. Like, I'm crying. Like, I'm crying like I haven't cried in a long time. And all of a sudden I hear God as clear as day. Because if I don't know, like a lot, every time I would pray, people would be like, what do you want? What do you want? Most of all, like to get closer to God. I was like, I just want to hear him. Like I want to hear his voice. And I heard him so clearly. He's like, he's like, I'm here. It's like you've put yourself through so much mental torture. And he's like, and the devil has. He's like, I'm going to heal you from this. And I'm looking around I get out of the shower. My mind is feeling great. Like, and it's felt pretty good ever since. And I'm hearing his voice like, I need you to get rid of this. I need you to get rid of this. I need you to get rid of this. I need you to go do this. Like simple things. First, I'm like just like cleaning around, but then he's like, I need you to delete these apps. I don't have a single app that distracts me right now, except for technically Snapchat, but that's because I have like 3 close friends and I only post there once a day, just because to maintain relationships. I barely do anything on Snapchat. I delete Instagram. I delete Twitter. Delete any chatting sites I was in. Nothing inappropriate, I would say. But those were like heavily distracting me, and there were things that definitely are not good that I was already in the process of trying to get rid of. Definitely falling back and forth from that. I'm not going to go into details of that. Nothing horrendous. Things that people slip into sin all the time for. But I was already on my way of doing that. I already felt like strongly I had to stop doing that. But basically, let me get back on the topic. I deleted any apps that distract me. Only thing I have YouTube on is my TV. Only thing that I can check my stats. Here's one thing. I don't have any way to check Spotify. My Spotify stats, my YouTube stats anymore. Just because I was like focusing on the wrong reasons. Anything that distracts me in those ways. Any other things. I'm not gonna go into super specific details of certain things, but I basically changed a bunch of things around here. That I just saw God was calling me to do. He's like, the reason why I want you to get rid of this is because this is what happened. I don't remember specific details. He's like, this caused this sin. This will trigger this sin. Get rid of it. I'm like, okay. I just did it. Like, I just genuinely just did it. So I'm all of a sudden feeling way better. My head's feeling great. Felt free. My head felt free, but it's been better than I felt in a month. I still have a little bit, like a headache and a little bit, but like nothing near what I was feeling. Even now today, I still am in shock. Like, I thought I was gonna go to sleep and just be like, and when I come back, I felt great. It's been great. So, God's God of miracles. Genuinely is. Like, he's, music wise, I want to dedicate my stuff to him. I'm considering either the songs that we're gonna make for my album, just releasing them without any promotion. I even had, oops, my mom called me. We'll just ignore that for now. I'll call her soon. But basically, I was thinking of either. I only have like one song that I just don't feel like it was not honoring him. It wasn't not honoring him, but I want to make music that honors him. Even if it doesn't directly mention him, it still mentions him. I don't know how to explain that, but it doesn't mention me. There's a very distinct way of telling for me. So like there's this one song that I have unreleased that's called Painfully Insomniacs. I don't know if I'm just going to scrap that. Even though that's probably one of the best songs I've ever made. I even had a music video filmed for it actually. Not edited. There's possibly I just release it with no promotion. I don't know. I'm going to just listen to God on that one. I need to get back into reading the Bible because the one thing I will say is I haven't been able to just fully dive into the Bible again because I genuinely. Nah, I probably could have. That's a bad excuse. I'm gonna start tomorrow though, maybe tonight. But anyway, let's go back. yeah, I want to start doing things that like glorified him, even in my series that I'm doing. Like I was already planning on just like showing like I've always used to pray whenever things were I was nervous or something like that. But it was like something to do. You know what I'm saying? Like if you get nervous, you pray. If you are hungry, you eat. You know that kind of thing. I'm starting to like fully like get into it. Um, I feel very born again. Like that, I feel so much better ever since then. But anyway, um, so yeah, I finally feel better. I finally clean up, and then I practice for my series, and I'm wildly unprepared at this point because I'm about to perform in front of people, and not only that, like kind of freestyle a section of it. This I know my capabilities. I needed typically for this kind of thing 3-4 days of practice, straight practice. I do probably an hour of practice, and I feel confident as heck. I'm like, right after all this went down, I was like, let's practice. I'm like, okay, let's do it. I've never felt so confident. I'm like, I feel like I can do this. Now, I still had nerves of going to do this in public, but I felt confident that if someone came up to me, I could freestyle the section I needed to do and perform it decently well. Something that I was never would have been able to say. I only need an hour of practice, but I did it. I practiced for 1 hour. I'm like, I'm going for a walk. So I go for a walk. I get some Chipotle. I eat that. I get back, and I'm like, let me just test to see if it was just luck. I practice for another like 15 to 20 minutes. Feel great, amazing. I then practice recording on a treadmill, which is you'll see why I do that. In the series, the one thing that I will say about the series is that I wish I could do better camera angles, but it just things didn't line up great. And so, dude, I'll talk about that later. Anyway, so yeah, I do that and go to sleep. Now I can barely sleep because I'm nervous. I know that today is the day where I go out in public. And here's the thing: it's not just being out in public. I'm actually really hate filming in public or doing anything in public that could like embarrass me in a way. I don't care what people think of me. If I do something naturally that's embarrassing, that's me. That's fine because that's just me. If I do something that's filmed and like an idea of mine that could possibly go wrong, that kind of makes me nervous because that's like I put a lot of work into that, and then like it just could go the wrong way. So anyway, that's one nervousness of mine. So this week I overcame a lot of fears. One was just I honestly think I broke most of the being nervous about being outside of my head. Jury's still out on that one, but I genuinely feel way more confident than I would have before. But anyway, then I was about to face filming in public, and then I would be singing in public. I hate singing in public because I have like this like imposter syndrome, right? Where like my voice is fine. It's gotten a lot better with me practicing music, but it's still not great. It's not like amazing. So I was super nervous about that too. And just also I was afraid my bag was gonna get stolen because this is a lot of equipment and a lot of time and preparation. Now I had it where it was all luck and I could like bike lock it to a tree, which I overly prepared for this. I'll go into that later, but overly prepared for this. So I go and at least today, doesn't it? So I go today. I typically go to the 11 o'clock service. I go and I went to the um I went to sorry I was looking at chat stuff. Um, I went to the 9 o'clock because I wanted to have time to film today. Beautiful day out. I knew today was gonna be a beautiful day. Thank God it was. Beautiful day. So I'm still nervous. I barely slept last night. Um, on and off. Especially also there was a little bit of like first time like sleeping without a YouTube video, trying to like calm me down and just knock myself out. Um, so I go and do that. Um, I go to service, amazing service. Come back home after grabbing Chipotle. And I think I had 3 bowls at Chipotle this week. 3, 4. Anyway, oh, the plus one. 3 to 5 bowls at Chipotle. It's not as bad as it sounds. Anyway, if you know, you know. But as I was going on, I come home and I finally practice one last time, make sure everything's working well. Still going great. Like, I'm like shocked how little I've practiced and how good it's going. But it doesn't mean it doesn't change the real thing. Now, I will say I have a backpack. I'll bring you the backpack. Ugh. This is the backpack that I packed up. This was filled to the brim with like electronic stuff and heavy things. Okay, that's the backpack you saw. That thing was like 20, 30 pounds. Heavy. And then I also have the sign, which I guys already showed you. I'll show you guys again. That I'm carrying. So I ordered an XL Uber. They were super cheap since where I'm going was like not that far away. And also, I scouted out the place I was going to go. Like, I've put so many weeks of effort into this series. Like, genuinely, or episode. It will lead to a series of it as well. And I think it's going to, in terms compared to my other stuff. Well, we'll see. I have to market it really well. And regardless. I finally get to the park. Basically, it's this gorgeous view that I can see, not what the camera can see. Because I need to film off a path where it's only filming me, and if someone else wanted to get filmed, they had to come onto the other side with their permission. Okay? That way, I'm not just filming with people in the background because I don't want to get in trouble. So, in front of me is this beautiful lake. I don't think it's a lake, it's water. People paddleboard on it. And greenery, it's beautiful. Path, it's a whole big bike walking path. And then me, a whole grassy area with trees, with my bag tied up against it with a bike lock, and all my stuff finally set up. And then behind me is the city. Like, crazy. It's crazy how just you're in like this little park area that's just like in the open. But anyway, I finally get set up. I finally set my camera up, and I all of a sudden feel super calm. Like, I'm talking awkwardly into the mic for filming, just because I didn't know what to talk about. But my nerves were out the window. Right when my bag was locked up, everything was set up, I felt super calm. I was chilling. So I'm waiting there for 45 minutes. Finally, someone comes up and is like, "Have you got someone who gave you a word yet?" I'm like, "Oh," and her name was Riley. So she comes up. And I do my whole little thing. She was really impressed by it. She said super professional. Now, I don't know how well it's portrayed in the episode because I had my recording mic and then I had my mic for the camera in my back pocket because I'm not used to this YouTube thing. So towards the end, she said it was super professional. She was really surprised how well it was. She was probably around my age. She looks older than me. I probably shouldn't have said that. She looked more mature than me. She didn't look older than me. She looked more mature than me, but we're probably around the same age because I just don't look mature for my age. She does not look older than me. That was the wrong way of saying it. She genuinely looked great for her age. I need to stop talking. But anyway... super nice, went really well. I was super nervous. It was very visible on camera because it was the first time I did this, but it went well. I waited for another 45 minutes. Now, meanwhile, I will say, during all these interactions, my camera would just stop filming. So annoying. I could see it when afterwards. So there might be chunks where, and it would always stop filming when I'm in the middle of a performance or someone else was in the middle of a performance, which I'm about to get into. I was so pissed. So pissed. That it was like it knew when it was time for it to film. And I can't just redo a human interaction, you know what I'm saying? So I have not even looked back at the footage. I pray to God that most of it's in there enough that I can put it in the video. Because I don't want the whole thing regardless in the video. I just need most of it. So That being said, there's this guy. I wait for another 45 minutes. I finally turned my camera stuff off because I wanted to capture like the first interaction of how that happened, and then afterwards, like every other interaction, I'll just go and turn my camera back on. I have one more interaction. Now, reason being is because I've been out here for like 3-4 hours in the sun. Um, I have waited for another one? I'm gonna say probably not because one, there were bugs flying around, all and they were about to get bad. But two, like it was finally towards the end of the day where people stopped walking. Now, this was a very treaded bike path. Over 100 people passed me, 100%. Um, it's just like you have. I figured I wouldn't get too many people because you have to imagine they have to come out of their way to come do this thing, and being filmed is always interesting for people. So that being said, this guy comes out. I'm not even kidding. He is on this like electric scooter, but he has a crate he's sitting on that's balancing on the electric scooter, and he's just like riding that way. So he's riding, and then all of a sudden he starts pulls back. He's like, "Hey, can I hear your stuff?" I'm like, "Let's do it." So he's like, "Actually, can I drop a freestyle?" I'm like, "Let's go ahead." I want this to be just human interactions. That's like the beautiful thing about this. So I just want it to be really real. I could fully YouTubeify it, which I do towards the beginning of the stuff. But like when it come now, gonna be completely honest. I have thought of every single detail of how I want to portray this. I want this to be real. I want the beginning to feel very YouTubeified to get the viewer in, and then towards the end, it just keeps getting more and more real. And then when the challenge actually happens, it's just pure human interactions because I think that's beautiful. Um, that being said, he's styling. He's talking about his stuff. I do my little thing. I don't think I performed as good as the second one because I was nervous. He dropped a killer freestyle, and I was like, just trying to do what I could do. That being said, I had this also for the YouTube challenge. They had to like tell me how good I did or whatever. I completely scrapped that part of the video, even though that's like the main staple in this video, which you'll soon see because I'm going to keep it till the. I'm going to still keep it that way. You'll see. Ooh, I just remembered I forgot to film something. I can do that in VR. Okay. Yeah, I can do that in VR. Sorry, I just remembered I forgot to film something very imperative, and I can still do that in VR. I'm spending literally all next week since I have off of school after work just editing. I spent a whole week filming, whole week editing, and I'll probably spend more time after that just doing shorts because I really want this to do decently well. That being said, I that whole interaction went down well. Again, I think in the middle of his performance and definitely in the middle of my performance, the camera freaking died. So, and by the way, I shook my head on purpose, so I'm not actually filled with rage. It's just something I like to do. The camera died. I was really sad, but I think most of it got captured. And super nice guy. That's what happened today. I got home. I ordered some food. I ordered some takeout because I was genuinely nervous. I was like this close. I was like, this is so stupid. Like I don't even know if anyone's gonna come. And I'm gonna be completely real. The backpack had wires sticking out of it because I got everything set up here just so I could just take it, plop it down, pull out my mic and the headphones that were barely sticking into it, and then call it. Like it was ready to go. Like it's literally a studio that works completely in a backpack. Like I can set it up right now. I'm not going to because it takes a while, but I could set it up and perform songs, like any song that I really wanted to. That as long as I have a Logic project set up for it, I can perform any song and record it, and with my auto tune, with all my presets on it for each individual track, all controlled with my phone on the outside of the bag, and then everything locked inside of my bag. So like the computer that controls Logic locked inside my bag, I still control with my phone. Like I don't know if anyone else has ever made what I've made. Like genuinely don't know if anyone has made a miniature system that they can just take out in public and perform. I've actually here's the thing. Both interactions did well. I was absolutely terrified of doing this. I would go and do this again tomorrow if I wanted to, like for fun. Like I enjoy doing it that much. I might genuinely do this as a hobby. Like it was that much fun because I could just sit in the shade And I might not film each interaction, but it was just genuinely so fun just to do music with other people. Just it was a real human interaction, you know what I'm saying? It was so real. Like I'm doing what people fake on Instagram in real life. What I did was now I can't. I'm hoping to finally get this to a point where I'm confident enough where I could actually make these like full shorts. Because I was thinking of just doing this as a series, like as this. I might, like I said, I might do this for fun just to promote my stuff down in the future because it's real human interaction. It's like I'm not trying to name any specific artists because I don't want to call them out, but it's like when you know those people go in public and they're like, hey, give me a word or whatever, and it's all so freaking staged. I did that in real life. I did that. And here's the thing. I'm not bragging. I'm very proud of what I did because I just overcame one of my biggest fears, like genuinely. So it's finally sinking in because I just did this like a couple hours ago. Like I just got back like 4 or 5 hours ago, so it's still feeling fresh. Um, but basically, I made a system where I can do that in a backpack, fully safe. Can't get stolen because it's locked to a tree and the zippers are even locked. Unless they steal my phone, but my phone was in my hand the whole time. Like, and I got real human interactions to be able to witness me performing while. So what they did was they would come up. I only did this with the one person, and the other person they wanted to freestyle, so I just went with it. But what I did was I said, "Give me a 1 minute timer." She did, and I'm like, "Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna give me a word. I'm gonna put that word into one of my songs, and then also choose the beat I want to use for that song." So I had 3 options, and when the timer is up, I will have the song ready. I I've been practicing all week for again. You already know the backstory of that. I've been practicing all week, um, even though it wasn't like fully as amount as I did. I ended up doing it with like 5-10 seconds left, including choosing the beat, and I knocked it. For me, I knocked it out of the park. But it was real. You know what I'm saying? Like it's completely real. The performance is real. The nervousness was real. The person's reaction was real. It's so real. It's real. That's the biggest thing I want to do. I want to do music challenges and music content that's real. Like if I'm nervous, I'm making it very clear that I'm nervous because it's real. I'm gonna keep saying it's real, like it's freaking Chipotle. Oh my gosh, it's infiltrated me. Um, but it's real. Like everything's real. Like if I'm being nervous, I'm openly putting that on camera because I want this to be as open and transparent as possible. If I'm switch up and change the content, like the guy wanted to freestyle, I'm filming that still and doing an interview with him then. Because it's real. It's not this fake, it's not this fake Instagram promotion. It's not this fake, go, please come listen to my song promotion. It's real reactions. It's real work. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm so passionate about this because I'm so happy that it's done, but but it's real. Like it's genuinely real. So I filmed that. I get home, and the rest is history. I've been eating and watching YouTube and put on this because I need to talk to somebody, and Instagram doesn't have live anymore, and I'm staying away from Instagram. Just I will be still on Instagram. Just I did film saying that I did it because I was excited. I wanted to tell somebody. But here's the thing. Like the sad thing is like it's a little bit sad, but like I don't know who I can tell this to. Like I feel like when the episode comes out, people will be happy. But like it's like in the I'm just coming fresh off this. I need like you know what I'm saying. Like this whole week has been so crazy. That's what I'm saying. That's why I needed to talk about it because I haven't been able to just put it out, and now it's finally out of my head, and it's going to give me less of a headache. But I can't wait for you guys to see this series that I'm putting on. I'm putting in so much work, not just like look at this. I'm building scenes. Like not only like I have some editing scenes, but like I'm building whole like different. Let me show a better one. This is not great, but like things like this. I think my phone's on the non-tilt mode. Yeah, it is. like that, like different scenes that are just like gorgeous, are different like editing styles that's unique to me, like just janky. And you might think like, what do you mean? Like it's very obviously photoshopped, very obviously looking a certain way, and it's intentional. I don't know if people are gonna tell it's intentional, but that's what I'm going for, because I want this whole series to be a story. I I'm sorry. I'm very passionate about this because it feels I feel like I'm building something. You know what I'm saying? And I want this to finally, when it gets to the last episode, like it to feel complete. Like this episode was so broken, and I love it so much because it's broken, and it's going to slowly put itself back together at the very end. And I love that so much. Like it's genuinely makes me so excited. This series, I'm hoping. I don't think it's gonna pop off uh, as much as I want it to pop off. But if it does, oh my gosh, that'll be so nice. But regardless, if people just see how real this is, like, of course, certain things that I'm saying is like YouTubeified, but it's just me being excited. Like, I, I'm so excited because no one's doing this stuff on. No one's doing this. Like, there are a couple people who are out in public for who are genuinely like getting reactions of people's music, but the only ones I've seen real reactions are, one, they're already famous, and then two, they're just like, here, listen to the song. You like it, you're vibing with it, great. They're not performing it live. And if they are performing it live, the person that they're performing it live to stage the frick. Like, you think that someone's gonna walk up and just be like, I can perform. Now there are a couple people. I can think of a couple people that actually have people freestyle on their things. That is real. But a lot of it's fake. A lot of it's fake. And I'm making it real. And even though I got two interactions and one of them was not at all how I planned it to be, even though I'm so glad it wasn't, both those interactions were so human oriented. I genuinely think that if I didn't get into programming, and I figured out what I want to do in life, I could genuinely get into just human interaction, because that's why the reason why I love working with small artists is because they're so passionate, and I love working with them. I not even working with it. I just like being a part of that. You know what I'm saying? And I want to eventually get it to the point where I can give people the platform to go and do these crazy things like I'm doing, and just be in their corner. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna happen someday, regardless. If I'm an old man and I'm funding people or something, but I think that's it. I think that's all I want to say. Oops, I accidentally took a screenshot of my screensaver. But anyway, um, man, I I'm so excited. I don't know if anyone is going to feel connected to this as I'm going to. No one will ever really will, because I know all the behind the scenes work of it. But I hope that there's someone who just like truly gets it, you know, like that truly gets what I'm trying to do. Even like I'm purposely making this not perfect. I'm making it where the viewer retention is good. I'm hoping. I haven't fully edited the video. I haven't even come close to editing the video. Most of it's just filmed. I edited most of the intro, but that's not even close to being done. They're just like chunks that aren't put together. But I'm making it purposely feel flawed, because that's the human way. That's the human. That's the beauty of it. You know what I'm saying? Like we're we're doing like wheel spins on Instagram. Like these artists are doing wheel spins who already know what the word's coming up, or drawing things out of a hat who already know what the word's coming up, but they're not real. You know what I'm saying? I want I want to be that person who makes, one, the first ever person to ever make YouTube music challenge content, and then two, with every reaction, every story, just being real stories. Where I'm saying, like I said, like I did this week, just today. Give me a word. I don't know what the word is, and they have 1 minute. I have 1 minute to make something. And it worked out, like I said, but it was real. I had no idea what was going to happen. I had no idea who was going to stop and visit me. I had no idea how anything was going to go. Like I said, the one guy decided he wanted to freestyle. It's amazing. It's real. I'm so passionate about this. Like genuinely, if I can, I wish I run into someone who can do what I'm doing but better. You know what I'm saying? Like, not exactly what I'm doing, but like just making human interactions with, even without just music, but that's why you want to know how these YouTube, like a lot of these non, like a good example, Ryan Trahan. A lot of his interactions are real. Now, a lot of it, hear me out. A lot of it is still a little bit dollied up, which is gonna have to because he's famous. Like people are, any interaction that he's gonna meet right now is like any interaction is going to be like people in awestruck. So he's kind of that's what his early content was in a way. He still kind of did the YouTubeification thing, if I remember correctly. There are very few people. I think I'm trying to think of other people that like who did. People did vlogs, but what I'm doing also is it's not vlogs. I'm not bragging about my content. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is basically I just want there to be people who make real content, and I think people are getting closer to that. People crave real, especially with everything kind of like Mr. Beastification thing and music content. The only way for you to get famous is if you either know people or if you just blow up on social media, which I'm going to be taking advantage of that. But all the stuff that I promote will be promoting the real feelings, the real interactions, and maybe that doesn't get interest, but it's a passion of mine. I'm finally making stuff that I want to make. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that the other stuff isn't, but I was just playing the game, and I have to say, I was doing decent at it. I was not anywhere near the top of it, but like for how meh my music was and how meh my content was, I feel like I was taking full advantage of that. That being said, I want to do my own thing. I want to do human interaction that's unique, that only humans and God, of course, but only that type of back and forth can replicate. So, yeah. While my episode will 100% be very YouTubeified at certain points, one second, I want to see. I did a weird head shake. I want to see how that looked like. That wasn't actually as bad as I felt like it was. But anyway, while I just can't wait for you guys to see it, genuinely. Especially coming off of a week where I just felt like crap and I pushed through it and now I'm here after all of it being done. Like I'm sorry. If it seems like I'm bragging, I'm sorry, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm genuinely just proud because I've overcome a lot in this week and God has genuinely opened up, showing that it's not just me, it's a culmination of mostly him and a little bit of me just listening to what he says. So I'm proud that I'm following and listening in his footsteps because I haven't been. And because of that, this series that I'm working on feels like a passion project of mine. So that's the reason why this is now my second channel, because a lot of this stuff was to play the YouTube game. I'm going to start doing my own stuff, and I genuinely think God's going to bless it. And sometimes it doesn't mean numbers, but maybe it is. I don't know. But I think I'm going to go. My mom called me like 20 minutes ago. I do want to talk to her before she goes to bed. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting me. I think I had like 6-7 subscribers already moved over, and like I announced my new channel yesterday. So thank you guys. That means a ton. So I love you guys. Keep follow God, you know, and He will fix this. Trust me, I know. And keep praying for me. I really need prayer. Pray for this. Pray that I keep staying connected with God. Pray for this series that glorifies Him. And yeah, thank you for listening to my little rambling session. We got this far, so bye.